Hi, my name is Yemima and welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we're gonna talk about living expenses in Japan. But before we start this video, don't forget to give a thumbs up, share this video, and also subscribe to my channel for more Japanese contents like this. So without further ado, let's start. So let's start from the most basic thing, which is rent in Tokyo. What does it feel like to live in an apartment in Tokyo? So generally, the pricing for apartment varies from size to the location of the apartment itself. The apartment itself varies from size medium to smaller, and it can start from as cheap as 40,000 yen per month up to 100,000 yen per month or more. And the smaller apartment usually comes in studio apartment shape and has wet toilet and dry toilet combined together. And if you do want to have a different toilet, maybe you want to have separated rooms in your apartment, that can cost more. In Tokyo, there is this famous JR Yamanote line which runs around the city center of Tokyo, which maybe you will know as Shibuya, Harajuku. If you live around this area, the price can fluctuate and cost a little bit more compared outside that Yamanote loop line. If you want to live in Japan, you can research on what do you treasure more. You want to make it more expensive by living in city center, but it is more convenient? Or do you want to live a little bit outside the city center, make it more cheaper and spacier? So now let's talk about utilities. If you are planning to live in a share house or maybe social apartment, you won't need to think about utilities at all because the rent that you're paying, it also includes the utilities that you use. But if you do want to live in an apartment by yourself, you have to think about the utilities for every single month. So let's start with electricity and gas. Electricity and gas usually comes together. This can cost starting from 3,000 yen up to 6,000 yen. This also includes on how much do you use it. And maybe you're wondering, what is gas used for? Gas is usually used for heating things up. The water is super cold. It takes more power and more gas to heat it up. Yeah, I would say the gas can be more expensive on winter time and can be more cheaper on summertime. And next to that, we have water bill. I think water bill in Japan is not that expensive because for me, I've been using it for 4 years, and the cheaper it was 2,000 something yen, and my most expensive it was 4,000 yen because in the summer I shower quite a bit more and I use quite a bit more water. And next we have internet. The internet I'm using today is AU. It has the plan of 4,980 yen per month. And this is Tsukai Hodai, or you can use it all you want. So I think it's really important to have internet connected to your house. It will make your life easier. And note that Japanese internet are really fast. You can download things really fast and upload things really fast too. And after that, let's talk about phone bill. So in Japan, to get your phone is quite a little bit challenging, especially if you're below 20 years old. Because in Japan, below 20 years old, you still need your parents' consent. The problem is finding a SIM card is really difficult in Japan. There are just a little bit number of company that offer SIM card for students or even worker because normally they sell phone plan. For example, this one. This one is AU. I'm in a contract of 2 years. So I have to pay 2 years of this phone and also monthly pay for internet, call, and everything. Let's say that my phone now is 10,000 yen per month. And actually you can get a little bit more expensive or even cheaper than the price I have now. It depends on what kind of phone that you're looking for. And if you're looking for a SIM card, I recommend you to look for GTN because they have English customer service that can help their customers a lot. When I use GTN SIM card, it was 5,000 yen per month. It was okay, but my problem is the internet was super slow. It was sky hodai, but in the end they limit the usage, and I was always suffer because I have no internet. And next to that, let's talk about food. Once you go outside, if you go to Matsuya or Yoshinoya or McDonald's, for example, the cost can start from 500 yen, and that is considerably quite cheap. You can buy from convenience store, for example 7-Eleven, Lawson, or even you can purchase yours from supermarket. The supermarket usually offers quite cheap bento with quite delicious taste, so maybe you can check it out. But if you go to a Japanese restaurant, this can cost a little bit more expensive. This normally starts from 800 yen up to maybe 1,500 yen. So for example, if you dine out for lunch 500 yen and you use another 500 yen to cook for yourself, for 1 month you can spend 30,000 yen. And for me, this is the cheapest that you can get in Tokyo. Well, you can save a little bit more money if you completely cook your breakfast, lunch, and dinner at home, because maybe for groceries itself, it takes around 20,000 yen per month. In Japan, there are different train company that you can ride, and usually the train company doesn't cover all of Tokyo. So in order to get from point A to point B, you need to transfer maybe once or twice. There are two types of train that runs in Tokyo, which is the one is underground metro, and the other one is the one that runs on the land, which is JR line. It costs from 300 yen up to 400 yen. If you go once, you can spend around 900 yen in 1 day. So yeah, in 1 month you can spend from as cheap as 20,000 yen to 30,000 yen. But if you're a student or a worker living in Japan, this can cost a little bit cheaper because usually your company or your school will give you Teikiken. You can apply this to the station nearest you. So my favorite thing to do in Tokyo, Japan is actually to go to karaoke. They usually charge per 30 minutes, and the pricing can vary if you go on a weekdays or weekend. And also they will charge this per person. If you go for 2 hours, you have to buy drink and you have to pay for your karaoke room and for how many hours that you're singing. 1,500 yen to 2,000 yen once you go to karaoke. And next to that is cinema. Cinema is also quite pricey, but this depends because the price can vary. For example, the cinema that is near to my house can cost around 1,500 yen, and this is considerably cheap. But if you go to Shibuya or Harajuku or even Shinjuku, this can cost around 3,000 yen per person. So my next thing is going to gym, and my gym is, I cannot say that this is a big gym, but it definitely has quite a lot of equipment that I can use. This was 5,000 yen per month, and I was be able to use it 24 hours. So if you live in Japan, you need to pay tax. If you're a student, your tax will be cheaper because you have no income from the company. But if you're working in Japan, the tax can go really high. When I was student, I pay around 2,000 yen for health tax per month. But because I'm working now, I pay around 10,000 yen. You will get this Hoken Shomeisho, and this health certificate will give you discount 70% if you go to hospital for checkup or even buy medicine. So I think this price is worth it. And if you're working in Japan too, you will need to pay nanking. Pension tax is the tax that you pay when you are working, and when you retire, you will get that money back every month. So pension tax is really expensive. I pay my pension tax for 20,000 yen per month. I think 25,000 per month. It can be expensive. But if you go back to your home country, you can take back the money that you have paid to pension tax. So if you're wondering, will your wage be enough for you to be living in Japan? My answer is, yeah, I think it is possible. So that leaves me around 40,000 to 50,000 yen that I can save up per month. Note that this expenses that I tell you just now, this doesn't include housing necessity or even clothing or even personal care. So yeah, thank you for watching this video. If you do have more questions about Japan, feel free to comment on the comment section box below. You can ask me anything and I will surely get back to you. And lastly, don't forget to give a thumbs up, share this video, and also subscribe to my channel. I will see you again next week. Bye!